Hello. I'll come to you in a minute. It's okay. Shafi. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi amma ba'd. We're here to welcome a nikah of two young people today. A nikah is a very blessed and virtuous occasion, and for us to all witness what's going to happen today is also beneficial, virtuous and rewarding for us, just as it is for the two people that are going to get married inshallah today. Nikah is the sunnah of all of our prophets. Our father Adam alayhi salam, his nikah was done to a mother, Hawa, and then it's what we call one of the 5 Abrahamic traditions. It's what defines us from the others. Nikah is the halal and decreed way from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the sunnah of Allah for us to procreate and continue as a race on earth. And it's a blessed occasion. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam performed nikah for many other companions, and we follow in his tradition. And I'm going to explain to you how a nikah is performed. I'm going to explain the khutbah that I will recite in the nikah and the verses in the khutbah and why Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam chose particular ayats from the Quran. And then I will actually formally recite a small khutbah in Arabic, and I will perform the nikah ceremony, which is I will offer the hand of Salma in marriage to Shakil, and we're all going to witness that. Although for paperwork purposes we have 2 people and 3 people as witnesses, everybody here today is a witness. So firstly, nikah, like I said, is a sunnah of all of the prophets. It's decreed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And nikah is the coming together of 2 people. In our culture, in our community, in all Muslim communities, usually it's the coming together of 2 big families. So 2 people will now acquire two new families and relatives, as well as companionship for each other. And it is done by something in Arabic we call ijab and qabul. So there is an offer of nikah and there is an acceptance of nikah. And the offer is done usually by taking consent from the bride, whose hand is going to be offered in marriage, and that consent is usually taken by her wali, her father, or somebody acting as her wali. In our Bengali culture we hear the term ikilbab. So wakil in Arabic is wakala, is to appoint somebody as your representative. So a lawyer technically is a wakil. So today I've taken wakala with Salma's consent in front of some witnesses and her family, and I've asked her very clearly that does she consent to give me permission to offer her hand marriage to Shakil, and she has agreed and she's given her consent. So I have the wakala from Salma today, and what will happen after our short sermon is that I will take the authority and I will offer Salma's hand in marriage to Shakil. They've agreed a mahar and that's been paid already, and the mahar is also part of the nikah. The mahar is there as a gift from the husband for the wife, and there are lots of shari'i reasons for it, and there are lots of different ideas and opinions about how much the mahar should be. But it is usually 2 things: either the mahar that the family of the girl usually ask for their daughters, or it's usually 20% of the disposable income of the man getting married. The idea of the mahar is that if there was anything unforeseen, the woman, she's able to at least stand on her own feet and rebuild her life in the immediate aftermath of anything unforeseen that happens. And it's also a gift from the husband to his wife. It is directly from the husband to the wife. It is her money It's no longer his money or her family's or anybody else's. It's very different to our culture that we give salami and stuff like that. It's very grey who the salami belongs to. Does it go to the bride and groom or does it go to the families? But the mahar is very defined. It is actually for the young woman getting married today. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to perform nikah and used to choose, recite a particular set of ayats in the nikah. And we hear these ayats all the time. One of them is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu ittaqullaha haqqa tuqatihi wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. O who you believe in Allah in the way that He should be believed in until death. And the reason for that is that the ulama say that why was this ayah recited? Why did Allah say that you should fear Him in the way that He should be feared, and you should die as a Muslim? That nikah is a commitment till death, and we all pray that when we get married, we are risen again on the day of judgment and husband and wife, and we enter Jannah as a husband and wife. One of the other ayats that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to recite in the nikah from the Quran: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. O who you have faith, O who you believe, be wary of Allah and speak upright words. Be truthful. Allah tells us to be truthful. And why did Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam bring this ayah in the khutbah of nikah? It is that nikah is about being honest with each other. It's about trust between the husband and the wife. And there is no trust, there is no marriage without trust. So when you come together, the wife submits herself to the husband in his trust. She now relies on him. And likewise, the husband has to protect his wife and take the amana and take her trust. And one of the other most important ayats that Prophet ﷺ used to recite is يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. O people, be mindful of your Lord who created you from a single soul and from it created its mates, and from the pair of them spread countless men and women far and wide. Be mindful of Allah in whose name you make request of one another. Beware of severing the ties of kinship. Allah is always watching over you. And Allah tells us so many things here about that He created us in pairs, and that we would spread, in countless numbers, and that we make promises and pledges to each other in the name of Allah, and be wary of severing kinship, that blood relationships, that we shouldn't sever those relationships. And it's really important for us, especially Asian people, that it's usually two families that get together. And my advice to people always getting married, both to the young couple, is that you need to be mindful of your loved ones around you who need to now get used to that you're going to live your own independent life. And remember that whatever they do, whatever advice they give, even if they sometimes interfere or get involved in your life, they're doing it out of love and concern for you, and they need to get used to the fact that you are now two adults living your own independent life. And my advice to the family and the wider family is that give space to the young people to build their own lives. Do not smother them with too much care and love, so that they don't have the space to build their own relationships. And one of the most important things, one of the other ayats that's usually recited in a nikah khutbah, and that we forget, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, we know that when you get married, the husband has rights over his wife, and the wife has rights over her husband, and so on, and the parents have rights over their children, and these things don't change suddenly because you've got married. The daughter still has right, her parents still have right over her, and the boy, his parents still have rights over him. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that what is the purpose of getting married? وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُم مَّوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. From amongst His signs that He created you in pairs, أزواجًا, in pairs, that husband and wife with a spouse. لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا, so that you find sakina and contentment in each other. What is Allah telling us the purpose of marriage? That the husband finds peace, sakina, contentment, tranquility in his wife, and the wife finds peace, tranquility and contentment in her husband. If you marry and then you are in conflict, you are not fulfilling the purpose of marriage that Allah has told us in the Quran. لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا. And if you find sakina, if you give sakina to each other, وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً, Allah will create mawadda, which is true love, and rahmah, mercy amongst you. So the most important thing, my advice to Shakil and Salma today is that you need to become blankets for each other. You need to become source of peace, tranquility for each other and for your wider family and parents. And Prophet ﷺ advised us about marriage, in many hadith, an-nikahu min sunnati, the nikah is the sunnah of mine. And then in another hadith he warned us that those who do not accept this sunnah, فَمَنْ رَغِبَ عَنْ سُنَّتِي فَلَيْسَ مِنِّي, they're not from amongst the Muslims. And young people, that when you get to age of maturity, you should get married. If you have the means, you should get married. We shouldn't delay marriage. In our culture, there are things like silly things. The father hasn't performed Hajj yet, or the older son hasn't got married. No, whoever's ready to get married, they should get married. It's a blessing, and likewise, if you get khitbah, if you are given a proposal for a good girl, and you shouldn't refuse it, or if a good boy proposes for your daughter, you shouldn't refuse. You shouldn't delay marriage just for some silly reason. We're waiting to move houses, or we're waiting for my brother's daughter to get married. No, these are not shar'i reasons to delay nikah. If you find a good match for your son or your daughter, you should get married straight away. So inshallah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to recite the khutbah inshallah, and then I'm going to ask Shakil and Salma, offer Salma's hand in marriage to Shakil inshallah. And then we're going to make a dua. The dua that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam always made for people when they got married is Barakallahu lakuma wa baraka alaykuma wa jama'a baynakuma fi khair. So I will ask you to repeat that with me, and then we'll make a collective dua inshallah. No questions? Any questions? You ready? إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وقال الله تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون وقال الله تعالى يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا وقال الله تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم النكاح من سنتي فمن لم يعمل بسنتي فليس مني أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Muhammad Shakil Siddiq. I've taken consent from Salma Begum, and I'm offering her hand in marriage to you for the mahar that you've agreed and paid between yourselves. Do you accept?
I accept.
Ameen, Ameen. Shakil said very clearly that he accepts. Repeat after me. Barakallahu lakuma wa baraka alaykuma wa jama'a baynakuma fi khair. Barakallahu lakuma wa baraka alaykuma وجمع بينكما في خير بارك الله لكما وبارك عليكما وجمع بينكما في خير. The meaning of the dua is, may Allah bless you both, shower His blessings all around you, and make this union one of goodness and harmony. Let's all raise our hands and make a collective dua inshallah. ألف لام ميم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وعنت الوجوه للحي القيوم وإلهكم إله واحد ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت وسلمت وباركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا علينا اللهم رب ارحمهما كما ربيانا صغيرا اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين اللهم اهدنا واهد بنا واجعلنا سببا لمن اهتدى اللهم اكفنا بحلالك عن حرامك وأغننا بفضلك عمن سواك اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار Allah, please accept our du'as. Oh Allah, please forgive all of us of all of our sins. Oh Allah, accept this nikah today of Shakil and of Salma. Oh Allah, bless them. Oh Allah, bless them both and shower your blessings around them and make their unity, with their union, one of goodness and khair and barakah and blessings for both of them and their families. Oh Allah, make this union a blessing and a source of happiness for the two people that have got married today and for their parents and for the two families. Oh Allah, bless Shakil and Salma in the way that you blessed our Prophet ﷺ in his nikah to our mother Khadija. Oh Allah, bless them in the way you blessed Ali and Fatima. Oh Allah, bless them in the way you blessed their parents and you blessed other noble people before us. Oh Allah, make this union a source of happiness and a coolness of the eyes of both parents. Oh Allah, both sets of parents. Oh Allah, make this union a source of guidance for the both families and for the community at large. Oh Allah, make the offspring from this union, oh Allah, da'is and muballighs and activists for your deen, oh Allah, make them a source of guidance for the whole of mankind, oh Allah. Oh Allah, make them garments for each other and make them a source of sakina and tranquility and peace for each other and create and bless them and create mawadda and rahmah between them and bless them with your mercy, oh Allah. Oh Allah, make this union, oh Allah, protect a source of khair and protect them from the shar of others and those who don't want khair for them, oh Allah, and protect them from evil eye and from those who don't want good for them, oh Allah. Oh Allah, accept our du'as, oh Allah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين برحمتك يا رب. Let's give you a hug.